Here's the game changer that's about to shake up the film industry. Motion control technology that was once reserved for Hollywood blockbusters is now landing in the hands of independent creators. But at what cost? Mark Roberts Motion Control MRMC, the Surrey-based innovators behind some of cinema's most sophisticated robotic camera systems, has just dropped their latest creation, the Cinebot Nano. This isn't just another piece of equipment. It's potentially the tool that could level the playing field between big-budget productions and scrappy independent filmmakers. But here's where it gets controversial. While MRMC claims this technology makes professional-grade camera movement more accessible, we need to talk about what accessible actually means when the entry price tag sits at $27,098.20. Let's break down what you're actually getting for that investment. The Cinebot Nano represents a fascinating blend of portability and precision that addresses one of the biggest pain points for location-based filmmakers. Think of it as bringing a Hollywood camera operator's steady hand and perfect timing to every single shot, except this operator never gets tired, never makes mistakes, and can repeat the exact same movement flawlessly dozens of times. The engineering behind this compact powerhouse is genuinely impressive. We're talking about a 9-axis robotic arm system that somehow manages to stay under standard airline weight restrictions while delivering the kind of smooth, dynamic camera movements that typically require a full crew and expensive equipment. The fact that it packs down into just 3 cases, one for the arm, one for the track, and one for the control system, means solo filmmakers and small teams can actually transport professional-grade motion control equipment without needing a truck. What makes this particularly interesting for beginners is the payload capacity. At 15.4 pounds, 7 kilograms, the Cinebot Nano can handle most professional camera setups, including those hefty cinema cameras that serious content creators prefer. The 40-inch reach might not sound like much on paper, but in practical terms, it opens up a world of creative possibilities that were previously impossible for small teams to achieve. And this is the part most people miss. The real magic isn't just in the hardware. It's in how MRMC has simplified the software experience. Traditional motion control systems require specialized operators who've spent years learning complex interfaces. The Cinebot Nano runs on MRMC's Flair Lite software, which strips away the intimidating technical barriers without sacrificing creative control. For creators who've been intimidated by motion control technology, this represents a genuine paradigm shift. The versatility factor is where things get really exciting. This system can be mounted on standard tripods for studio work, suctioned directly onto vehicles for dynamic driving shots, or even suspended upside down for overhead perspectives. When combined with the precision ball-bearing track system, the robot can zip along at 40 inches per second, creating smooth tracking shots that would typically require expensive dolly systems and skilled operators. For spontaneous creators, the Push Moco feature deserves special attention. This basic keyframing system allows you to physically move the camera to different positions and let the robot memorize and reproduce those movements. It's like teaching a robotic assistant your creative vision through simple demonstration rather than complex programming. Here's something that might surprise you. Unlike many modern software solutions, there's no ongoing subscription fee. Once you purchase the Cinebot Nano, you own the Flair Lite software permanently. In an era where everything seems to require monthly payments, this approach feels refreshingly straightforward. The integration with Tilta's zoom and focus control systems adds another layer of sophistication, allowing the robot to not just move the camera through space, but also adjust the lens settings with the same precision and repeatability. For content creators shooting complex sequences, this level of automation can be the difference between nailing a shot in one take versus spending hours on multiple attempts. But here's the elephant in the room that we need to address. Does a $27,000 price point really make professional motion control accessible to the average content creator? That's more than many filmmakers' entire equipment budgets. While it's certainly more affordable than traditional motion control rigs that can cost 6 figures, we're still talking about a significant investment that puts it out of reach for many independent creators. A launch date of September 1st puts this squarely in the fall production season. timing that suggests MRMC is targeting both established production companies looking to streamline their operations and ambitious content creators ready to make a serious investment in their craft. So here's the question that's been nagging at me. Are we witnessing the true democratization of professional filmmaking tools, or are we simply creating a new tier of accessible technology that's still beyond the reach of most independent creators? The Cinebot Nano clearly delivers professional-grade capabilities in a more portable, user-friendly package than ever before. But at this price point, accessible might be a relative term. What do you think? Does the Cinebot Nano represent a genuine breakthrough in making professional motion control available to smaller productions? Or is this just another example of affordable technology that's still priced out of reach for most independent filmmakers? Are we moving toward a future where technical barriers disappear but financial ones remain just as high? Share your thoughts. I'm genuinely curious whether this feels like progress or just a different kind of gatekeeping to you.